I think he's thinking about re-raising.
Cool.
And there he is. He's going to call this one. He's playing all the hands.
He's definitely one of the more creative players at the table.
Or four-handed right now. I mean, this is poker.
Flop is king.
King, 6,
Two,
deuce.
6.
And amazingly, nobody has anything.
Check.
Swing and a miss.
Check. Check.
Bada, 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 swing. Up, exactly what you said there. And not a pair for anybody. Cunningham, though, going to make that continuation bet.
Pass. Pass.
And he gets it through everybody. Wow. $4,500 gets done. And Alan Cunningham can breathe a sigh of relief on that one.
One of the few sighs of relief he's had today.
The one thing that's so good about Alan Cunningham, I'll say straight out, is his ability to adapt to different tables. Tonight, he's just been a little bit off, obviously.
Pass.
I mean, if you need any evidence of Alan Cunningham's domination at the poker tables, how about over $10 million in tournament winnings? Numerous World Series of Poker bracelets. Or, hey, you can watch any of the first 3 seasons of the $1 Million Cash Game.
Yeah, he's definitely been dominant.
Just not his day. Here's the flop. King, 7.
And Mike Matasso might have cried himself up a hand.
Unfortunately for him, Patrick Antonius doesn't have much.
Bet 7,000.
And Matasso going to lead right into Antonius.
Well, that's how you win a big pot, but I think at this juncture, Mike Matasso might be happy just to win any pot.
I mean, sometimes the best way to get an aggressive player to make a move on you is to bet into him, but Matasso doesn't give Antonius a chance.
I think Mike Matasso's been playing too tight for that. I think he needed to check that and hope to God that Patrick Antonius bluffed off a little money.
I'm just happy to win a chip.
And Mike Matasso, by the way, has been here throughout the entire cash game. 24 hours straight poker. It is a grueling, grueling task to play 24 hours of this kind of game. I mean, you're talking about being 100% focused. Your concentration has to be there. And it's been a roller coaster ride for Mike Matasso. He was up 100,000, then he was even now, and then back up about 50,000. Now he's up about $14,900.
Hi, I'm Mike DeMouth Matasso. My biggest poker achievement is making 2 final tables at the World Series of Poker main event. I don't know why I live there because it sucks, but I lived in Las Vegas since I was 10. I've been there for 31 years. Even though I might not look 41, I am. I act about 12. I learned everything on my own. I was a natural. I was just a great poker player from the beginning. I'm probably not near the good a poker player as I used to be because there's so many great players now. I mean, I'm top 15 all-time money list, so I mean, and I've played probably less tournaments than anybody that's in the top 15, so you know, I can't complain.
By the way, short-handed game like this, 4-handed, 5-handed, we are 5-handed again because Andrew Feldman returned to the game. In a short-handed game like this, I personally, big fan of the straddle. Because by straddling, you often buy yourself the button.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but I think if you do, you have to match it up with a looser style of play than a couple of these players are willing to do.
Well, that goes without saying.
So far tonight, not as if he hasn't played extremely well in all varieties, but Patrick Antonius has played very well from the straddle position.
Let's go, partner.
Well, Patrick Antonius, I mean, I think he's just... I mean, these are all phenomenal players. Patrick Antonius, though, at just another level.
7.
Oh, look at this flop.
Check.
Wow.
It's a pretty good flop. Ciramulli with the 6s. Patrick Antonius with top pair and the flush draw.
I think we'll just see a flat call, though, from Antonius. He doesn't want to isolate himself against a bigger ace.
Well, he's already isolated.
Well,
it's only heads up.
I know, but he's out of position, and if he re-raises, he could get only called by a bigger ace.
Yeah, you're 100% right. He does call here.
The correct play, I believe.
7.
A Hold'em card. I'm going to check it again if I'm Patrick Antonius. Let the Frenchman hang himself. I really can't beat any big aces. Still have a flush draw just in case I need it.
Check. Check.
Wow.
There goes check. Muley needs a 6 and only a 6. Pot is $18,100. Here's the river.
King.
The king of clubs. Now, if Antonius thought he was out-kicked before, the king has probably got to save him, right? Because now he's got aces and sevens with a king kicker.
Yeah, now that pretty much gives Patrick Antonius a free pass here. He figures to have the best hand. He's definitely going to try to make a value bet.
Now he is going to bet here. Looks like about 15,000.
Bet 11,000.
That's actually 11,000. $11,000 into an $18,000 pot. 11,000 over to Mooley. And Mooley can only beat a complete bluff. I mean,
Now, even if Patrick Antonius had the king-high heart draw, it got there to beat him too. I don't think Mooley can call right here. I'd be surprised if he does.
Mooley with 2 pair, 7s and 6s.
Well, he's reaching for chips.
He is going to call.
Does pay him off. And this hand was masterfully played by Patrick Antonius. The Finn really played that hand extremely well. Give him a lot of credit.
What would happen if you ever missed a flop?
If we played this for another 24 hours, Patrick Antonius would have every chip on the table.
Right now, the way it's going, Patrick Antonius is just dominating this game, and he's going to continue if they keep playing that tight.
Tom Dwan still taking a break from the table. 5 players battling it out. 5 players at the table. Over $1 million at the table. Patrick Antonius with over 725,000 of it.
Matter of fact, I believe he's got as much as the whole table together right now. That's a dominant performance.
Yeah. Well, Cyril Mooley with pocket 7s on the button. How about a little raise?
5,200 total.
And these raises are just huge.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, Antonius is definitely not going to fold here.
Danger, Will Robertson. Danger.
He wasn't worried about that.
Let's see how this one's played out now. Mooley started the pot with $138,000. Antonius obviously has him covered. 8s for Antonius. Mooley with the 7s, and here's the flop. Oh, there's a 7? Oh. I was about to say, are we going to see set over set? Nope.
But Antonius does have a flush draw.
Yeah, any spade or any 8 would do it for Antonius. He's a 2-to-1 dog. Now let's see how Mooley plays this. He's got a set.
He's got to bet pretty big with 3 spades on the board. I like a big bet here. Finally, I'm going to favor one of the bets I know he's going to make anyway.
21.
$21,000. The pot is only $11,900.
The big pot was the 1v Ivy, really, wasn't it?
No, the big pot was ace versus kings, and he hit a king.
No, I'm talking about with you.
And a lot of players might say, wow, what a big bet. You're only going to get called but when a hand has you beat.
How much you
I
play?
knew he was light, too.
You know, tell me how much I have.
But you know what, though? Since Mooley does this all the time, it might actually work. $21,000 back over to Antonius. Pot is $32,900. You can see the fans watching.
This actually might be a tough spot for Antonius to call. He might actually be debating a raise here. Does have a flush draw just in case he's behind.
Well, a hand like pocket 8s here, I mean, it's almost like you'd want to play small ball, but Mooley doesn't let you play it.
Well, that's the problem. If he just flat calls, Mooley's got the bull by the horns. Tough spot for Antonius. Really tough decision.
Yeah, everybody watching intently. I mean, now we can see that the spade is good if he hits it, but Antonius doesn't know that.
Well, if Mooley has an overpair and a spade, he's got Antonius practically drawn dead.
I mean, Antonius, I was trying to figure this one out. Does my opponent already have me beat? Or does he have just a big spade in his hand? Or does he have me beat and a bigger spade in his hand?
That's the $20 million question. Or in this case,
The $21,000 question.
that's right, the $21,000 question.
Well, the action is on Antonius. Look at that tower of chips in front of him. Trying to figure this one out. He's counted out 21,000 chips.
Looks like he's leaning towards a call.
Cool. All the time, you like only you call me, huh? All the time, huh?
He has called. This pot is now $53,900. The turn is a 10 of diamonds.
Interesting.
Oh, it's very interesting here. Antonius now is open-ended. Any spade?
I call. Call.
Patrick Antonius is all in. Mooley calls. Patrick Antonius can catch a 6, a jack, a spade, or a 7, or an 8. Antonius is going to win this pot. Everybody on their feet watching this one.
Okay.
He's got out.
You want 4 times?
You guys are fucking sick.
I think we can only
I
do it
know,
once.
I'm joking.
I would run it 4.
Well, good luck.
To the river. It's the Queen of Diamonds.
Oh! And
Patrick
just like
Antonius
that.
does not get lucky. Mooley wins with a set of 7s and $277,000.
And see, Mooley didn't listen to my advice. I said not to tangle with Patrick Antonius. He doesn't listen to me, and he doubles through him. Just goes to show you.
Well, the dealer's going to count this one down, but we can tell you, Mooley wins a monster pot. Now has over $250,000 in front of him.
That's it.
Not a bad night's work.
Everybody watching, discussing that one.
Well, maybe we'll get this game out of the muck.
Patrick
Patrick lost the first pot. He's lost all night.
Instead of winning
Patrick is
600, he's
beatable.
winning 500.
What's that?
So now he's only winning 500 instead of 600. I think Patrick's going to start steaming.
Oh, look at that smile. The wry smile from the Frenchman.
Makes it a little easier to go back and forth across the English Channel, that's for sure.
Well, they're still counting the chips, but here's the leaderboard. Patrick Antonius still on top. But look who's catching him. Cyril Mooley, now up $177,000. He is threatening to win the 4th season of the $1 Million Cash Game. Alan Cunningham at the table, still down $150,000.
How's it been going for you in the last couple of hours?
A little bit better. Had an eventful couple of hands, and I've sort of been grinding away, nicking a bit of my money back, and hopefully I'll soon be in the green.
I'm playing really well, but I'm getting a little tired right now, and I'm just deciding whether I want to make it an early night or stay till 1 or 2 in the morning and make that decision up here real soon.
You're not too far down, are you? It can all change so quickly in a game like this.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Tom's stuck a lot, so you'd expect him to be playing very loose to attempt to get his money back, and yeah, anything can happen.
Got a quick chance to have a quick word with Alan Cunningham. Obviously, you just said you're down around 130, but nothing that can't be turned around in quite a short time in a game like this.
No, I'll just win a couple pots and be right back in it.
What's the atmosphere like at the table at the moment? Is it kind of loosening up a little bit?
For a while it was kind of loose. Now, I don't know, I think everyone's a little bit tired, but I sense a second wind coming on for a lot of the players.
Welcome back to the bright lights of London, where some of the biggest names in poker are trying to make as much profit as possible in order to capture that title. We'll hand you straight back to your commentators, Robert Williamson III and David Tuckman.
It's the FullTiltPoker.net $1 Million Cash Game. I'm David Tuckman alongside Robert Williamson III. 5 of the best poker players at the felt. Alan Cunningham, Patrick Antonius, Mike Mattisau, the mouth himself. Oh, he sees an ace.
A rare escapade by Mike Mattisau.
Patrick's going to call, though. He's got Queen 10.
Even worse for Mike Mattisau.
Well, he knows. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Mattisau plays so infrequently. Patrick can call this. He's got position on him, and Mattisau hates his hand. Out of position with a pretty vulnerable hand, ace 5.
Even if he catches an ace, does he really like it?
Flop is 7, 6, 9.
Yeah, 9, 7, 6 there, a couple of spades.
And a gut shot for both Mattisau and Antonius. This is the problem with playing this hand for Mike Mattisau.
4,500.
Yeah, and it's just check fold. And that's why, and Patrick Antonius can actually call a raise from Mattisau with any 2.
I agree.
I mean, if you know your opponent, and obviously this is Mike Mattisau we're talking about. He's a great player. I know that. But if you know your opponent is only going to continue when he has a hand, well, I can call with any 2 because he's going to check to me and I can take it away in position.
Absolutely. Especially when you've already got a big lead like Patrick Antonius. You're really not even risking anything but profit.
Live straddle from Cyril Mooley.
Can't say that I blame him. This table image, the perfect person to have the live straddle.
Remember, not only is it a perfect place to have live straddle, but he has Alan Cunningham and Mike Mattisau behind him. More often than not, they're both going to fold, and he's going to have the button.
That's true.
Well, more often than not, this is one of those nuts, because Mike Mattisau has raised it up on the button. got ace-3 offsuit. But more importantly, he has position. And if I'm Mattisau, I'm almost raising every button, especially because I don't have to worry about Patrick Antonius calling me in position.
Yeah, especially when he does have the button. It's the one time he has position over Patrick Antonius. Very good observation.
Oh, Feldman thinking about what to do here. He's got ace-5 suited. Nah, he's not going to play it.
Especially with Mike Mattisau playing so tight.
Now over to Mooley in the straddle. Haven't seen what Mooley has, but I was about to say, I haven't seen what he has, but I can't imagine him folding much. Definitely not going to fold those. How about a re-raise here for Mooley?
You might see a re-raise.
How big a re-raise would you make it if you're Mooley?
I make it about 10,000 more, maybe 12,000 more. Mooley's probably going to make it 20,000 total.
I'll raise. Raise. Need 100 more with that one. Yeah.
Now, Mattisau hasn't played many hands. Is there a chance he gets frustrated?
19 more. 19 more.
I don't think so. There's too many hands that dominate Mike Mattisau. A bigger ace has got him dominated. Middle pairs, he's a substantial
more.
dog as well.
You don't think maybe he can go on tilt?
Yep.
I mean, he's eligible.
I mean, we are at the fulltiltpoker.net $1 million cash game. Well, look at this. You said it. Mooley, what a big raise. He's re-raised it to $24,000. It's $19,000. Back to Mattisau. And Mattisau shows the ace, and he mucks it. Mooley just completely prices him out. And by the way, we have a new first-place winner. There he is, Cyril Mooley, the Frenchman, plays the Bellagio. He is now up nearly $200,000. He has the most profit at this $1 million cash game. Here's a look at the leaderboard here. Cyril Mooley up $190,000. He is in the lead. Patrick Antonius right on his heels, though. He's up $188,000. And really, nobody currently in the game is up. Mike Mattisau virtually even. Tom Dwan down $338,000. He's taking a little extended break. He will join us again, though. Alan Cunningham down $153,000. A couple of big winners have left the game already. Chris Ferguson, Gus Hansen, both about $100,000.
Definitely a good night's work. 100 G's.
Yeah, not bad at all. I take it.
Do a 5-mile run.
Okay, Mike Mattisau is going to play this hand, and you know what? He's not going to fold to a re-raise. I guarantee you that.
2 10s for Mike Mattisau. That seems like 4 miles of road for him. He was liable to get a call from Cyril Mooley here.
Cool.
Frenchman's been playing most of these pots.
Most.
2, 8.
Oh, this could be huge for Mike Mattisau.
Check.
Mike Mattisau's got the overpair. Cyril Mooley with top pair. And the way these guys have been playing, it wouldn't surprise me at all if all the chips went in. Let's see.
I agree with you, actually. I think Mooley's going to raise right here. I don't think he was checking because he was afraid. I think he was checking to check raise.
I agree with you. Mattisau bets 5,000. And Mooley looks like he's going to raise. No, he just calls. No, he does raise. He announced the raise. Sorry about that. And he raises it up.
20,000 more.
All in.
And Mattisau's all in. Look at this. Mooley has check raised it up 20,000 more. And Mattisau says, I don't think so. Let's stick it in. And he is all in. Mattisau started this pot with $102,000.
This might have been the hand that Mike Mattisau was dreaming about.
Oh, it's exactly the hand he's dreaming about. It's 74,000 back to Mooley.
I call.
And he calls.
And he calls. Wow.
Mooley calls this. Mattisau way ahead. Mooley needs an 8 or a king.
For 200 G's.
We're talking about 5 outs 2 times. Take a look at the percentages there. Mattisau about a 4-1 favorite to win a $205,000 pot. Mooley not afraid to gamble.
No?
I'm not going to lose.
Don't say enough.
Well, here's a turn. It's the ace.
Ace.
See, I know I have the power of positive thinking. There's a big difference.
Mooley needs a king or an 8.
The old Mike loses. The new Mike knows he wins.
The river. It's a 6. The 6
See?
of diamonds.
See?
Mattisau survives
power of positive thinking.
and wins a $205,000 pot.
Nice double up by Mike Mattisau. Did you hear what Mike said? He said the old Mike would have lost that pot, but the new improved Mike, piece of cake.
Need one.
Eric Seidel's just raised it up.
I knew he had aces pre-flop. I was looking to flop something big. We were both playing pretty deep, and I flopped 2 pair.
And that is a great start for Mike Mattisau.
I let out, and he raised me, and I put a pretty big re-raise in and got him to commit 90,000 with 1 pair.
Come on.
All in.
And Seidel moves all in.
Cool.
Seidel moves
All
all
in
in.
and a call.
Hold on a second.
This is going to be the biggest pot we have seen so far.
You want me to give you insurance?
They were offering me insurance. I didn't even know what insurance meant, but I would have took it if I could have.
What have you got insurance?
Hang on 1 second. All right, just go. Forget it.
One time.
Let's go. One time.
I even knew it. I kept yelling, I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose. Because I was so negative at the time. Because I used to just lose every hand I played in poker.
And the river's a 7. I cannot believe it.
My lucky poker. That's why I want to do something. You guys don't know how bad I run in poker.
It was pretty shattering, $154,000 pot, you know, where I'm like almost 3-1 favorite.
I got Eric Seidel to put in all his money with 1 pair, 75,000 on the flop. I flop top 2. I'm running 7s. I'm trying to get insurance. They go, "Are you crazy? You're such a huge favorite." And I said, "You don't know how bad I run in poker. I want to get insurance on this hand."
That one definitely hurt. That was really bad. That was the worst one I think I've ever took.
You guys just think I play bad.
But Mike,
I'm the unluckiest player in
told you
poker. I told you guys how bad I run in poker. Nobody knows but me.
Action will be on Andrew Feldman, Patrick Antonius in the big blind. And by the way, Patrick Antonius is our big winner once again. He's up 193,000.
I know how to deal with negativity.
And this seesaw battle continues.
Pass. Pass.
Wow, Mooley folds.
You've noticed a little trend since Mooley lost that pot. He was playing 85% of the pots. All of a sudden, we've seen a few folds from him.
Cool.
Maybe the Frenchman's tightened up.
Cool.
Got a raise from Cunningham on the button, a call from Mattisau, and a call from Antonius. Both players with Jack 10, Cunningham at the 7-8.
4.
And wow, just like that, Mike Mattisau actually leads at this pot.
Well, I like the play. I mean, we've seen this from Mattisau earlier. Sometimes he'll do this when he flops a monster. He'll bet right into the razor. This time, he has absolutely nothing at all, and he's betting into the razor.
Yeah,
Well,
even
Cunningham.
worse. Alan Cunningham calls with air.
Well, you know what?
6.
Well, Cunningham has picked up some outs here. He obviously was taking one off just to float, maybe to take it away on the turn, but he's now open-ended.
Yeah, he might actually take a card off now that he has a legitimate draw. But then again, he might just try to fire and take this down right here.
6.
Well, he goes with option 2, and he bets, and he takes it down. You know what? He's going to use his tight image. He knows Mattisau has just won those chips, doesn't want to give him up. Great play by Alan Cunningham.
Alan Cunningham.
He's still having a terrible day,
You got your win. Let me have my win.
but it says a lot about him as a poker player.